could you maybe please teach me how to say thank you in Turkish and goodbye?
Okay, in Turkish, saying thank you, okay, it is teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkür ederim.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
It is that, and saying goodbye you said, and we usually say görüşürüz.
How?
Görüşürüz.
Şürüz.
Yeah, it's like see you.
So this is like see you, so guru is like see?
Yes, like it's like gör is like see, görmek is like seeing, and görüşürüz, yeah, we will see each other.
Hello everyone, welcome to our program IntoUS, and today I am very glad to show you my friend, my colleague and classmate, Ediz. Ediz, hello.
Hello, and thank you so much for inviting me here.
Yeah, I'm very glad to have you here. So, can you please introduce yourself, tell where you're from, how old are you, what are you studying?
Of course, I can just briefly introduce myself. That my name is Ediz, you just spell it like it's 4 letters, E-D-I-Z, Ediz, and I'm from Turkey. But originally I am from Montenegro, which Polish people call usually Crna Gora. The story behind it is my family emigrated from Montenegro to Turkey when the Yugoslavian war had started. It was like back then in 1993. So I'm the only member of my family who was born in Turkey. I'm 23 years old and studying economics and IT applications here, and it's my second year. Hopefully I will graduate next year.
What brought you to our university, to Szczecin, to Poland, since you were first in Montenegro? I mean, you weren't, but in Montenegro, then Turkey, and then, well, here.
Okay, so basically, I mean, there are two different stories, because choosing Poland as a country to build my future and choosing this university, there are just two different stories, but I'm usually going to focus on how did I choose here, Szczecin. Firstly, I just ended up taking a decision that I should go to Poland to build my future. I wanted to build my future in a European country. Then I had some friends who did Erasmus here in Szczecin, so I was kind of familiar with Szczecin. Then I remember I used to make a research of universities in Poland. Like I considered many things like tuition fees, accommodation opportunities, and like many other things. I even remember that I was downloading these syllabuses from university's website. I was just checking what classes I'm gonna have if I choose this program. But yeah, I mean, I just finally took the decision and I'm here, and I never actually regretted this decision. I'm really happy to be here in this city in Szczecin, and then I'm working and studying in the city. Yeah, basically everything went great since I came here.
I'm also very glad that you are here, because it means that I can have you for the interview here with me. But now I want to ask you the question that I think no other guest can answer. I know that in the past year and a half that I know you, you started this university as a regular student. But this year I see you much less in our university because you are choosing the individual path. Can you tell me more about this specific change? What happened, why, and how does this process look like?
Okay, so let me firstly explain about what is this. We usually call this document IoS, like Individual Organization of Studies. That's kind of an opportunity that the university gives to full-time working students. And I'm really glad that our university, our dean's office, and especially our dean, I don't know, maybe if you know him, Mr. Tomasz Norek. I mean, they really had supported us in this journey. It's not like an option for us, but it was like a compulsory decision that we should take. Because we are working full-time, we didn't want to fail our classes because of the absence. Our teachers actually supported us in this process because it was basically a decision that has been given to us by universities, authorities, and they just respected it. They just signed our documents and they just told us, okay, I mean, you just need to fulfill your responsibilities, do your projects, attend the exams, and then you will be able to pass the classes. And until now, it is basically going good. I just passed all the classes, and IoS program is really helping me.
Honestly, it's great, and I think that many people who are coming here as international students, they're worried about, financial aspect. So for them, it's very important to know if there is even an option to, work and study and how university reacts to it. But, let's talk also about social life a little bit. So since you came to Poland, how did your social circle, let's say, evolve? How did you find friends? How did you communicate with people?
Actually, it was not like I expected, because right now my social circle is just full of with Turkish people again. So we just kind of bonded together again. But I really like Polish people here because I kind of, I have a past of university back in Turkey. So I had my student life there, you know, like attending the parties, having some activities. Here I came, I mean, since I came here, I just started working full time. So it was not like social life for me here. But like when it comes to my classmates, when it comes to some Polish people I met, I mean, I always like just experienced the good behavior from them, especially some of my friends who were like some of my Polish friends were willing to go to ZUS with me to just like help because like I wasn't able to speak Polish and I explained myself, and they were always helpful. So it's like yeah, my social circle is not like that wide and broad here. But I like being here. I like my Turkish friends, Polish friends, Russian friends, Ukrainian friends. So it is basically it's basically having a lot of guys like around you from different countries. It feels good.
With Polish friends, you are actually so right and correct, because I have so many Polish people who helped me out when it comes to this, you know, kind of important stuff like insurances, like getting your temporary residences and everything that I am always very stressed about, and they always are ready to help. You mentioned that you studied before in Turkish university. Can you maybe talk more about the cultural differences of student life in Poland and Turkey, or maybe just university life in general?
I mean, when it comes to differences, there are a lot of things to talk about, because I mean, there are basically two different cultures, like Turkish culture and Polish culture.
Sure.
It's like day and night.
Yeah.
But I'm usually going to talk about the university difference, like in aspect of university. The main difference is the campus life, because well-known universities in Turkey, they just lay their foundations, they just lay their foundations by emulating the US system. Because we have huge campuses, like they're like, it's like a small city, like very big campuses that we have a lot of facilities inside. And here I didn't see something like that. I mean, not here in Poland, but like in Europe generally, because like it's like university is like let's say a free institute here. I mean, it's not like has been like, let's say, bordered like a campus, but I kind of like the campus life back in Turkey, because as I said, I mean, like dining halls, restaurants, cafes, like American football field, it was really large and big. So yeah, the main difference is, I think, the campus life, and it's the main reason that because Turkey just emulated the US system when they were founding their universities.
Okay, that's great. That's very interesting, because where I come from, we actually have the European system of layout of university. That's why I never really thought that it could be different. I'm so used to it. You also mentioned Polish language before, that how your Polish friends were helping you. So are you currently learning Polish, or maybe something helps you to understand it? Because as a Turkish person, it's hard to understand these things.
I mean, it's good that you mentioned that there is something that helps me to understand it, because as I said, originally I am from Montenegro, and that's why I can speak Serbian. Not a little bit, but like I can. I think it's like B1 or B2 level. So that's why, just because I can speak Serbian, some phrases and some words are similar. So when two guys are having a conversation in Polish near me, I can just understand the context and what is going on, and I can actually explain myself a little bit when I need something, and when I need to order something when I go to kebab store. So it is actually good. But I just didn't sit and study for. But I think this summer I'm planning to sign up for a course, Polish language course, because I really want to reach to like at least B1 level maybe, because I think it's going to help me a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. If we're talking about languages, could you maybe please teach me how to say thank you in Turkish and goodbye?
Okay, in Turkish, saying thank you, okay, it is teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkür ederim.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
It is that. And saying goodbye, you said, and we usually say görüşürüz.
How?
Görüşürüz.
Şürüz.
Yeah, it's like see you.
So this is like see you, so guru is like see?
Yes, like it's like gör is like see, görmek is like seeing, and görüşürüz, yeah, we will see each other.
Okay, görüşürüz.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's very interesting. And how would it be in your Serbian language?
In Serbian, it's like short when we are saying thank you. It is like hvala.
Fala?
Fala.
Hvala, or like
yeah,
hvala.
It's like H-V-A-L-A.
Oh, okay.
Hvala.
I know that in Croatian it's also like hvala.
Yeah,
okay,
hvala.
hvala.
And when we are saying like see you, we will say vidimo se.
Vidimo se?
Vidimo se.
So it's gonna be something like we will see each other.
Yeah, it's like,
so
again,
it is similar to
so.
Polish. Okay, that's very nice. But not in any single language you actually can say goodbye. You always see that you'll see each other, both in Turkish.
I mean, like in goodbye is also like görüşürüz. I mean, you can also use it in the same meaning. But when you say goodbye, like goodbye, goodbye, when you're saying someone to goodbye and you're not gonna see them again, it's like some deep meaning goodbye. We usually say hoşça kal in Turkish.
Hoşça kal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're really good at pronouncing
it. Maybe I'm secretly Turkish and I didn't know about it. Okay, that's very nice. Maybe you could also challenge me a little bit, and maybe you could tell me some hard word in Polish. Oh my God, in Turkish language that I could try to pronounce, and then you will maybe tell me your toughest word to pronounce in Polish that you know of.
Okay, in Turkish, the hardest word to pronounce. I cannot recall exactly, but I mean, those words actually that I counted, like teşekkür ederim, görüşürüz, like, because they include some, they consist of some letters like ö, ü, ş. I mean,
sh for Polish people is pretty easy to pronounce.
Yeah, it's basically, you don't have those letters. But let's say the president, Cumhurbaşkanı.
Again, please.
Başkanı.
Başkanı.
Yeah.
Cumhurbaşkanı.
Yeah, it's like, he's president.
Okay, great. Cumhurbaşkanı.
Yes.
Okay, great. And do you have any Polish words that are hard for you?
No, actually.
No, not a single word, or you just don't know anything about them?
Probably I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I believe that like there are some like very, very hard words to pronounce here.
Okay. And do you have a favorite word in Polish?
Poproszę kebab, maybe.
Okay, amazing. Because for me, it's a very tricky word. It's actually ciężarówka, and it's a truck.
Ciężarówka?
Yeah, it means truck in Polish, and I don't know, but I love it so much. It's just such an amazing word to say. But yeah, it's weird. I really hope that we could talk with you forever, but unfortunately we have our timings, and I have to tell you teşekkür ederim, and I have to tell you how to say goodbye again?
Görüşürüz.
Görüşürüz. Thank you very much, Ediz, for being here. Goodbye to you. And goodbye to you, my dear guests. Today I had an amazing person, Ediz, my classmate, and I'm very happy that you just listened to the interview with him. Goodbye and have a good day.